You're listening to a Roddenberry podcast.
Today is Thursday, June 24th, 2021, and this is your daily Star Trek news from the Roddenberry Podcast Network. On today's show, Alex Kurtzman talks to the Pod Directive about the incredible opportunity of the Star Trek franchise. Star Trek Online celebrates a Transcendent Summer on Risa, and I've got this week's plentiful Star Trek events. I'm Alison Pitt, and today's show is supported by people like you through Patreon. Find out more and add your support at patreon.com/Daily Star Trek News. Alex Kurtzman, one of the key creative forces in the Star Trek universe ever since the 2009 reboot, recently appeared on the podcast Star Trek the Pod Directive to talk about how he became connected to the franchise and to offer some thoughts and stories about what it means for him to help Star Trek evolve in the 21st century. Over the course of the conversation, Kurtzman shared that a large expansion of the existing universe was not on his mind when he created Star Trek Discovery, but that the opportunities to share meaningful and relevant stories became too good to pass up. It felt like Star Trek is this amazing property that's existed for over 55 years, Kurtzman shared, but people didn't quite know what to do with it. I was seeing that the world was beginning to change in ways that were making Star Trek even more relevant and more important. It seemed like, wow, there's this incredible opportunity to build this thing out because people respond to it so deeply and have for so long, that I don't think you guys are taking full advantage of the kind of stories we could tell. That desire to take full advantage has brought us to a truly mind-blowing amount of new Star Trek content. Kurtzman echoed Gene Roddenberry himself as he described the storytelling possibilities in this kind of science fiction, calling it a commentary on who we are as a species, on the choices that we're making, on what our future is going to look like if we continue down certain roads. He then added, "That's what science fiction does, better than any genre." You can hear Kurtzman's other Trek-related thoughts, including his hopes for a musical short treks, on the latest episode of the Pod Directive, and you can find that wherever you get your podcasts. Now, as we move into the summer months, Star Trek Online has announced the annual in-game Lolanaut Festival on the planet Risa. Planning for a Transcendent Summer, the festival will be open throughout the entire month of July and is launching simultaneously across the PC, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4 platforms. Classic Lolanaut Festival activities from previous years will be making a return, including powerboard races, the biathlon, Horgon hunting, scavenging with Sovak, and, of course, the dance party. Participating in any of the events will grant progress towards the Tier 6 event ship, the Risian luxury cruiser vessel. Now, there are also plenty of other prizes available in the summer events store, including baseball uniforms, floaters, and powerboards, and even the Choo Choo Train t-shirt from the Star Trek Lower Decks episode Terminal Provocations. You can also buy various kit modules and items to be used elsewhere in the game. And then there are the pets, which this year feature a special theme. The Risian Transcendent Caracal and the Transcendent Tribble feature bright blue, pink, and white patterns in honor of the trans flag. And the Transcendent Tribble comes with some pretty awesome buffs too. From the Star Trek Online blog, this breed has a bright pastel coloration that shows its fearless nature and can be found in all manner of places as it seems to thrive on overcoming boundaries. Petting the Tribble will grant a constant, passive, small chance to resist and throw off any effect that would control you as you refuse to be limited or constrained. Star Trek Online community manager Mike Fadum told Daily Star Trek News about the Transcendent Caracals and Tribbles. The name was chosen to fit more with Star Trek lore, but the in-game descriptions and the fact that these items are the colors of the trans flag are meant to really signify that Star Trek Online stands with, supports, and loves our transgender fans. This year's Lolanaut Festival will take place from July 1st through 31st on PC, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4. Star Trek Online is free to play and available to download at StarTrekOnline.com. Now I've got the weekend's online events in just a moment, but first, a word from me. Have you checked out our shop on TeePublic yet? It's at teepublic.com/stores/Daily Star Trek News, and that's all one word. I've hand-curated some of the best Trek-themed designs that they offer, and you can get them on t-shirts, hoodies, mugs, wall hangings, mouse pads, probably car seat covers, I don't know, anything you want. And right now, TeePublic is having a sale. So t-shirts are just $13 and everything else is up to 35% off. So if you've had your eye on something special, now might be the time to snag it. And when you purchase through the Daily Star Trek News TeePublic shop, you're helping us out too. To find out more and check out all of the designs on offer, head to teepublic.com/stores/Daily Star Trek News. That's teepublic.com/stores/Daily Star Trek News, and happy shopping. And now it's time for events, and there are a lot. I don't know what's going on. It's the end of the month. People are putting on their events, so bear with me for a few minutes. All right. So first up, in a special event, Star Trek Deep Space Nine's Alexander Siddig will be joining Sid City Social Club this Friday from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Time. That's the bi-weekly event hosted by his official fan club, Sid City. It's free to attend, but space is limited. Head to sidcity.net for more details. Now, in the first of several GalaxyCon live events this weekend, William Shatner will be appearing on Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. He'll be doing a free live stream Q&A, and as per usual, you can also opt to buy one-on-one video chats or signed photos from him. Also on Saturday, a whole big chunk of the cast of Star Trek Deep Space Nine is also doing GalaxyCon live. Terry Farrell, Nana Visitor, Armin Shimmerman, Andrew Robinson, and Nicole DeBoer will all be there for their Q&A, and that starts at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Like William Shatner's panel, the Q&A is free with registration, and you can buy one-on-one chats and autographs as well. For more about both the William Shatner and Deep Space Nine events, visit galaxycon.com. And next up, author David Mack, Dr. Trek himself, Larry Nemecek, and Star Trek and the Orville producer, Andre Bormanis, are appearing on a panel at Lockdown Con 2, discussing the essential elements that make Star Trek, Star Trek. They're joined by Star Trek Adventures author Derek Tyler Attico and Kelly Fitzpatrick for this free event, which takes place on Saturday at 1 p.m. Pacific Time. For more information, including where to watch, head to lockdowncon.com. Now we're heading into the evening now on Saturday, and Gaze in Space are hosting their Transwarp Conduit virtual celebration starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. It's an event celebrating trans and non-binary community members, and Star Trek Discovery's Anthony Rapp and Blue Del Barrio are appearing as guests. Admission is on a pay-what-you-can basis for a minimum $1 donation. To find out more, head to Gaze in Space on Facebook. Next up, the Lambda Quadrant is holding a So Gay, So Virtual event this weekend with virtual events across Saturday and Sunday, including an appearance from members of the New York City-based Starfleet chapter USS Gerard Holder. Visit the Lambda Quadrant on Facebook for more details about that one. And we're not done yet. There's 2 more left. We're getting there. Okay, on Sunday, June 27th at 10 a.m. Pacific Time, Star Trek guest actors Charlie Brill, Jeremy Robers, John Rubinstein, Gary Frank, Diane Salinger, and Kevin Brief are all appearing at the live virtual Q&A for Wizard World. The panel is $3.99 to attend, and you can also purchase one-on-one video chats and virtual photo ops that will take place in a couple of weeks. To find out more and to purchase tickets, head to wizardworldvault.com. And finally, if you're after an autograph from Ron Perlman, the Riemann Viceroy from Star Trek Nemesis, and of course Hellboy and a whole bunch of other stuff, GalaxyCon is doing a signing, but you have to get your order in by 11:59 p.m. on Sunday. Once again, you can find out more about that one at galaxycon.com. Now, links to all of these events and more are available on dailystartreknews.com/events. And if you've got an upcoming event that you'd like for us to share with our audience, then please email me at info@dailystartreknews.com, or you can also tag us on social media and we'll share it along. Well, that's it for today's Daily Star Trek News from the Roddenberry Podcast Network. Don't forget to check out the other great shows on the network at podcasts.roddenberry.com. Daily Star Trek News is produced by me, Alison Pitt, and it's written by Chris Peterson and Jack Brown, with events by Marina Kravchuk. We're supported by people like you through Patreon. Find out more and add your support at patreon.com/Daily Star Trek News. I'm back tomorrow with more of the Star Trek news that you need to know and the answer to this week's Trek Trivia. I'm Alison Pitt. Live long and prosper.
This is a Roddenberry podcast. For more great podcasts, visit podcast.roddenberry.com.